Her hands were tied behind her back, cold floor under her skin, dark room, voices, whispering, laughing, praying. The smell hit her first. Strong herbs, palm oil, something rotten and old. "Please, David, please," she cried, her voice shaking. A single candle burned above her head, throwing long shadows on the cracked walls. Red cloths hung all around. Strange symbols were drawn on the floor. There was something like a wooden altar beside her, stained and old. Her red dress, the same dress she had bought to slay for Valentine, was torn at the shoulder. Her wig was half off. Her phone lay on the dusty floor not far away, the screen still showing their last chat. "Baby, I can't wait to see you tonight. You won't regret it." He stepped into the light. The same face she had seen on Instagram, the same smile, the same eyes that once called her my queen. Now those eyes were cold. "Why are you doing this?" she whispered. "I thought you loved me." David did not answer at first. He looked at the men behind him. 4 of them, faces hard. Some had red cloth tied around their heads. One held a calabash. One held a small knife, shiny in the candlelight. "It is almost time," one of them said. "The rich ones are waiting. If you want that life, no going back." David swallowed. His hands shook a little. He moved closer to her. She tried to move away, but the rope cut into her wrists. Tears ran down her cheeks, mixing with dust. "David, please. My mother is waiting for me. My friends. I didn't tell them I was coming here. I lied for you." He looked at her the way someone looks at a thing they have already decided to throw away. "I told you I would change your life," he said quietly. "You want soft life, no? You want to post iPhone and flowers and money on your story? This is the price." The others began to chant. Outside, it was still Valentine's night. Music played in faraway bars, fireworks, laughter, red and white everywhere. But in that hidden place, a girl who only wanted to feel special was about to pay for it with her life. They raised the knife. The candlelight jumped. Her scream rose up into the dark. They say every Valentine's Day, her story comes back like a warning bell. Some people say you can still hear her crying in that abandoned house. Some say her spirit now walks the night, standing near girls who are typing, "Send location," to strangers online. Whether you believe it or not, listen to this story. It is a folktale, but it is also real life. Because this is how a girl named Tommy lost everything, for one Valentine date with an internet boyfriend. Quick message before we go deeper. If you are watching this and you care about the lives of young people, especially girls, don't keep this story to yourself. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more stories like this. Like this video, drop a comment about what you learned, and share it with at least one friend. You might save someone's life without even knowing it. Now, let me take you back to the beginning. Tommy was 19. She lived in a small house with her mother and her little brother, Sodiq. Their father had died when she was young, so her mother worked hard, selling food by the roadside to take care of them. Tommy was beautiful. Not just normal fine, she was the kind of girl people turned to look at twice. Smooth, chocolate skin, bright eyes, a smile that could light up a room. But Tommy had a problem. She was tired of suffering. Every day she opened Instagram and saw girls her age posting, red boxes of roses on the bed, bundles of cash in their laps, new wigs, trips, Valentine gifts that looked like movie scenes. She would scroll and scroll, feeling something heavy in her chest. "Why not me?" she would think. "Am I not fine enough? Am I not good enough? How long will I be managing?" Her best friend Amara was not rich either. But Amara was content. She would say things like, "Guy, just rest. Social media is fake. Half of these girls are crying behind the camera. Face your life." But Tommy didn't want to hear that. She wanted to pepper them. She wanted to post pictures that would make people say, "Chai, she don blow." Valentine's Day was coming. Everywhere she turned, people were talking about it. Couples were making plans. Shops were full of red and white. Radios were playing love songs. At night, Tommy would lie on her bed, looking at the ceiling fan spin, thinking, This year cannot pass me by. I must show them. Her mother had other worries. Tommy, Mama said one evening, as she counted the little money from her food stall. You are always pressing that phone. Remember, internet can be a blessing, but it can also be a trap. Be careful. There are wicked people out there. Yes, Mama, Tommy replied, not looking up from her screen. Don't yes me. Hear me. You are a girl. You are fine. That is sweet, but it is also dangerous. As Valentine's Day drew closer, life seemed to throw warnings at Tommy like stones. One afternoon, she passed a group of women at the market talking loudly. "Did you hear?" one of them asked. "That girl from the next town. They used her for ritual. It was one Instagram guy that invited her out." Tommy's steps slowed. "She didn't even tell anyone where she was going," another woman said. "Just carried her small handbag and said she's meeting her online babe." "May God protect our children," the oldest woman sighed. Tommy walked faster, trying to push the fear down. "That one is their story. It's not my own," she told herself. At home, her mother sat with their old neighbor, Mama Nkechi. That woman was like the village mouth. She knew many stories. "I keep telling these children," Mama Nkechi was saying, "there are men who use girls like firewood. Once they are done, they throw them away like ash. Any girl that chases money, gifts, and quick enjoyment without sense, the world will teach her the hard way." Mama's eyes moved to Tommy. "Hope you are hearing," she said. "A word is enough for the wise." "I hear, Mama," Tommy replied slowly. But at night, lying in her bed, she opened Instagram again. David had sent a picture of a red dress hanging on his wardrobe door. "This is for you," he wrote. "I got your size from your pictures. I can't wait to see you in it. You will shut down the whole restaurant." Her heart melted. She imagined other girls in her area sitting at home with nothing, while she would be out there shining, eating food she could not even pronounce, opening gifts she had never held before. For the first time in a long time, she felt powerful. 2 days before Valentine, she took her chance. "Mama," she said softly while they washed plates together. "My friends are planning a small Valentine hangout. Just girls. We want to watch movies and cook jollof. Can I go?" Her mother looked at her for a long time. "Where?" "At Amara's place," Tommy lied. The lie slid out so easily it scared her. "So you'll sleep there?" "Maybe. It's just girls. No boys." Her mother sighed. Her hands were wet and soapy. "I don't like it," she said. "You are my only daughter. This world is wicked. But you are also growing. I cannot lock you inside forever. Call me with Amara's phone when you reach. And if I say come back, you come back. Do you hear?" "Yes, Mama." Her chest tightened. She had just put darkness between herself and the only person who loved her without a price. Later, she told Amara the truth. "So if anything happens now, your mum will think you are with me," Amara said, her voice shaking with anger. "Tommy, this is not fair. You are putting my name inside your risk." "Nothing will happen," Tommy said. "You worry too much. After Valentine, you will see my pictures and say I was right to go." "I hope you live long enough to show me those pictures," Amara muttered quietly. Valentine's Day came. The sky was bright. The streets were busy with people in red and white. Shops played loud love songs. Boys walked with flowers they could barely afford. In the small room she shared with her brother, Tommy stood before the mirror. She wore her best red dress, the one that hugged her shape. Her makeup was simple but sharp. Her wig was neat. She looked like all those girls she used to envy online. Her phone buzzed. "David. The car is on the way. Black Camry. Tinted. Plate number KJA. Don't be scared. My driver is calm. Just enter. Send me a selfie when you are inside." Her heart raced. She went to her mother's room. "Mama, I'm going to Amara's place now," she said. "Okay, call me when you get there," Mama replied. She was tying her headscarf, ready to go out to her stall. "And remember what I said. Don't stay where you are not safe. Don't collect anything you don't understand. May God cover you." "Amen," Tommy whispered, feeling a sting behind her eyes. She stepped outside. The street felt different, like the air knew something she did not. At the junction, a black car waited. Tinted windows, engine running. The driver rolled down the front window just enough to show his face. Middle-aged, quiet, no smile. "You be Tommy?" he asked. "Yes." "Enter." She hesitated for a moment. Then she opened the back door and went in. The door shut with a heavy sound. Her heart beat fast as the car pulled away. At first, she recognized the roads. Semi-busy streets, children playing, women selling. She took a selfie and sent it to David. Tommy, on the way. David, good girl. See you soon, my queen. Those words calmed her. But as they drove, the roads began to change. The houses became fewer. Shops disappeared. They passed more trees, less people. Excuse me, Tommy said, leaning forward. Is this the way to the restaurant? Yes, the driver said without looking back. Olga say make I follow this side. No traffic. Her phone signal dropped to 1 bar, then back to 2, then 1. Her battery was at 23%. Her chest felt tight. She opened WhatsApp and quickly sent a text to Amara. On the way to see him. We'll send you pictures soon. The message did not deliver. Only one small tick appeared. She swallowed hard. Outside, the sun seemed to grow dim. They passed an old signboard half broken by rust. The driver turned down a narrow road with tall grass on both sides. Sir, are we close? Tommy asked again, her voice thin. Yes, the driver said. Almost there. Almost where? Her mind whispered. Her heart shouted. But she sat there, hands shaking in her lap, telling herself not to be dramatic. He is rich. Rich people like quiet places. Maybe it's a private lodge. Maybe it's one of those exclusive spots. After some time, they turned into a compound with high, cracked walls and a metal gate. The gate opened before they even honked. Someone must have been waiting. The driver drove in. The gate closed behind them with a loud, final sound. She had expected lights, music, other couples, something romantic. Instead, the compound was strangely quiet. The building looked old, paint peeling, some windows broken. But the veranda and entrance had been swept clean. Red cloth hung over the doorway like decoration. The driver stopped. We don't reach, he said. Tommy's mouth went dry. Is this the restaurant? He did not answer. He just stepped out and opened her door. Come down. Her heart told her to stay inside the car, scream, run, do something. But her pride said, what if you are overreacting? You don't want to look foolish. So she stepped out. As she did, the front door opened. David stood there. He looked even more handsome in person. White shirt, black jeans, good shoes, perfume. He smiled, and for a moment, the fear faded. Oh my God, she laughed nervously. You're really real. He opened his arms. She went into them. He smelled rich, clean, warm. You look beautiful, he said into her ear. Just like I imagined. Come, let's go inside. The surprise is waiting. She glanced around. Is this place safe? She asked, half joking. It looks different from the picture. He chuckled. That picture was just sample. My guy owns this place. Very private. No noise, no cameras. We can do whatever we want. Those last words should have scared her. Instead, a part of her blushed. She thought he meant romantic things. Inside, the living room was dim, with only a few candles. No chairs, no TV, no decoration. Just emptiness. Her fear started to grow again. Where are the other people? She asked, her voice small. Relax, he said. We'll go to the main area soon. Let me show you something first. He led her down a corridor. The air grew cooler. She heard a faint sound, like distant drumming. David, I don't like this, she said, stopping. He turned to her. The smile was still on his lips, but it did not reach his eyes. Don't you trust me? He asked. She opened her mouth. All their chats, calls, money, sweet words flashed through her mind. Yes, she said slowly. I trust you. Biggest mistake of her life. He opened a door at the end of the corridor. The smell hit her first, like in the beginning of this story. Herbs, oil, something old and heavy. The room was lit by candles placed around in a circle. Red and white cloths covered the walls. Strange marks were drawn on the floor. In the middle was a wooden platform like a low table. Her body went cold. "What is this place?" she whispered. "The place where things change," a deep voice said from inside the room. 3 men stood there, wearing dark clothes. One had a red cloth round his head. Another held a calabash with something dark inside. The third had a small knife. Tommy's legs felt weak. "No, David, no, tell me this is a joke," she said, trying to step back. David's hand tightened on her arm. "Don't disgrace me," he hissed in her ear. "We are already here." She tried to pull away, but he held her harder. "Please," she begged. "If this is about sex, okay, fine. I'll go. I'll leave. Just let me go home." They laughed. "This is bigger than that," the man with the red cloth said. "Young girl, no one forced you to follow him. You came by yourself, for money, for soft life. Today you will help him to get it." David looked away. "Lie her down," the leader said. They grabbed her. She screamed. She kicked, scratched, cried, called on her mother, on God, on anyone who could hear. But the walls only heard her. In that moment, every warning came back like thunder. Her mother's eyes, Amara's voice, the market women's stories, Mama Nkechi's words. And she realized something. Evil does not always come with ugly faces. Sometimes it comes with a sweet voice, soft hands, and iPhone pictures. They tied her hands. They tied her legs. They laid her on the platform. Her phone slipped from her pocket and fell to the floor, screen up. A single notification popped up from Amara. "I am worried. Please send your location." The message remained unread. As they began to chant, tears poured down Tommy's face. "David," she sobbed, "look at me, please. Don't do this. You can still stop. We can run away. You don't need this." His jaw was tight. His hands shook. The leader turned to him. "Ask yourself now," he said. "Do you want the small life you are living now, or the big life I promised you? Houses, cars, dollars, people greeting you, sir, everywhere. This is the last time you will be poor." David looked at Tommy. His voice was low. "You don't understand," he said. "I've been trying to blow for years. Nothing was working. Nobody respects poor people. I am tired of shame. They told me I need someone who loves me, someone young and pure, someone who trusts me." He swallowed. "You are the one." Her heart broke in a way no knife could break it. "So all those chats, all those I love yous, it was just to kill me?" He looked away. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I wish it was different, but I choose money." The leader nodded. "Good. No more delay." They lifted the knife. Tommy closed her eyes. Her last thoughts were not about Instagram or dresses or soft life. They were of her mother bent over a pot of soup, sweating from heat, of her little brother laughing at a silly cartoon, of Amara nagging her, rolling her eyes. She wished she had listened. She wished she could go back to that day David first messaged her and just ignore it. She wished one more thing, that other girls would hear her story and live. The candle blew. The room went darker. And then, silence. 3 days later, the police found the house. A neighbor had called, saying strange cars came in at night and left before morning. There had been chants, drums, cries. Inside the house they found red cloths, candles, marks on the floor. And on the ground, near the wooden platform, they found a cracked phone with a red Valentine wallpaper. The screen was broken, but they could still see the lock screen photo, Tommy's smiling face. Her body was never found. Some say the cult moved it. Some say the ground swallowed it. Some say her spirit refused to rest there. In her mother's house, grief moved in like a permanent visitor. Her mother went from police station to mortuary to church, carrying Tommy's picture, asking the same questions again and again. No one had answers that could heal her. Amara cried until her eyes turned red. She replayed their last voice notes over and over, asking herself, "What more could I have said? Why didn't I follow her? Why didn't I shout louder?" On social media, the story spread. 19-year-old girl goes missing after going to meet Instagram boyfriend on Valentine's Day. People commented. Some blamed her. Some blamed poverty. Some blamed social media. But very few people looked in the mirror and asked, "What about me? Could this also happen to me or someone I love?" With time, the story changed shape. Old people began to tell it as a warning. In the days when phones ruled the hearts of the young, they would say, there lived a girl who followed a stranger from Instagram and never came back. Some added more fear to it. They said that every Valentine's night, a red-dressed girl appears in lonely streets asking, "Where are you going? Do you know who you are meeting? Does your mother know? Do your friends know?" If the person lies, she disappears, leaving behind the smell of candle smoke and palm oil. Others say she stands at bus stops, watching girls enter tinted cars with strangers, her eyes full of tears that nobody sees. Whether you believe the ghost stories or not, the real story is already scary enough. Because the truth is, every day, girls and boys are talking to strangers online. Every day, someone is being used and thrown away. Every day, someone trades their safety for small enjoyment and sweet words. The ritual may not always be with candles and knives. Sometimes it is with drugs. Sometimes it is with sex and blackmail. Sometimes it is with kidnapping. But the pattern is the same. Fast love, fast gifts, no wisdom, no safety, then regret. So if you are watching this in this Valentine season, hear this well. Any love that asks you to hide from your family and friends is not love. Any boy or girl who rushes you to meet in a secret place with no one knowing is not safe. Any relationship that makes you lie to the people who truly care about you will most likely break you. There is nothing wrong with love. There is nothing wrong with wanting gifts. There is nothing wrong with wanting a good life. But when you start to risk your life, your future, your body, and your soul, just to post pictures for one day, that is not love. That is a trap. Ask yourself, do I really know this person? Have I seen where they live? Do any of my friends or family know them? If something goes wrong, can anyone trace where I went? If the answer is no, then don't go. No gift is worth your life. No dinner is worth your blood. No soft life is worth your mother's tears. Remember Tommy. She wanted to pepper them. Now, she is the pepper in this story that burns our eyes and hearts. If Tommy could speak to you now, this is what she might say. My sister, my brother, you don't have to rush to prove anything to anyone. The people on your screen are not always what they seem. Don't let hunger for attention push you into the mouth of danger. Listen when your friends warn you. Listen when your parents speak. If you feel even a small fear in your heart about someone, step back. It is better to be called over-serious or too careful than to be carried in a coffin. Don't let your story become another sad thread people share online for a few days and then forget. Let this story be enough. If you are still here, listening to this story to the end, it means you care. You care about your life. You care about your future. Maybe you care about someone else's life too. So I am asking you now, talk to your younger sister or brother about this. Warn your friends who like sugar daddies and fast money. Tell that your friend who is going to meet a big boy she only knew for 2 weeks to at least send you his name, plate number, location, or better, not go at all. And if you are that girl or boy right now, planning a secret Valentine date with someone you barely know, let this be your sign to cancel it. No one will die if you miss one date, but you might die if you go. Before you go, please do this. If this story touched you, if it opened your eyes, if it made you think of someone you love, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss more life-saving stories. Like this video so the platform pushes it to more people. Comment below what lesson you learned, and if you have any similar stories in your area. Share this video in your WhatsApp groups, on your Instagram, with your friends and family. You may never know whose life you will save by sharing. This Valentine, Let the flowers fade. Let the chocolates finish. Let the pictures get old. But let the lesson of Tommy's story remain in your heart. Because love should not lead you to an early grave, and soft life should never be bought with your blood.